We would say it's necessary because it emerges from the necessary. Anything that emerges from a necessary being is necessary.
Yes, yeah. But from what we discussed, we can't know that the necessary being has choice.
Surely everything that emerges from a necessary being is dependent.
No. I'm saying we can know through particularization. We can know through the fact that the universe has within it contingent things, which can be conceived of in another way. For example. Conceive, but you said this conception of other possibilities is not just from our ideas of other possibilities. It's outside of conception. What do you mean?
So you said earlier when I said that.
Okay, not just okay. So okay, let me tweak it, make it even better. Something can be another way, not just because of its conception, because it can be another way without an absurdity occurring.
Okay, but how would you know that?
Let me give you an example. So, for example, if I have a white board, I can paint it and make it red. So I can prove the fact that can be another way, on improved grounds.
At that time.
What do you mean?
So right now there's a bunch of different causal processes that have determined, in a certain sense, that this water bottle is here.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
And then, but when you move it from left to right,
yeah,
it's a bunch of other different causal processes that have determined that it's going to be there at that time.
Yeah. So you're bringing time into this. I say time is irrelevant to this. And in fact, you can argue time doesn't exist. The idea of time doesn't exist, just like chance. The argument can be made. What is time? Time is distance over speed. And that's not relevant to the necessary existence. Whether time exists or not, it's not relevant to the necessary existence.
No, but this water bottle can't be in two places at once.
Okay.
So it could be necessary that it is in this place now. Just like with the whiteboard, it's contingent which colour it is. But at any one moment, it is either one colour or it is another.
If I take the whiteboard out of existence, does any absurdity occur?
No.
Right. This indicates that the whiteboard is not necessary, because by necessity is juxtaposed or otherwise contrasted with impossibility.
Or it was necessary until the moment that you took it out of existence.
That's impossible.
Why?
Because a necessary thing can never be taken. A necessary thing can never not be necessary at any time.
So the whiteboard wasn't necessary.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
But the whiteboard's existence for a certain amount of time until it stopped existing.
Yeah, that we already
could have been necessary.
No, that we agree already.
Right, but from those facts, we cannot know if the universe was caused by an intentional choice or by just something that could not have created otherwise.
What I'm saying is, if there are things in the universe which are contingent, such that if they are taken out of the universe, that no absurdity would occur, such that they can be proven to be contingent through generation, and or such that you can conceptualize them differently through some metaphysical process, mental process, any of those things, then in that case, they are contingent in and of themselves, necessary only because of their connection with something which is necessary. What I'm saying, therefore, is if it's contingent in and of itself in abstraction, that's evidence of the fact that some change has happened to it, or that it is the way it is because of something other than itself. And if that's the case, for example, let me give you an easy example. The egg changes into a chick, and then the chick cracks open, becomes chicken, blah, 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 blah. I'm not making an argument necessarily of potential versus actual, but you can make the argument. Something which requires something outside of it in order to change indicates that the finitude of that thing, the limitation of that thing, and the contingency of that thing. And the universe as a whole exhibits those traits. What I'm saying, therefore, that the universe, is contingent because of that, and that, number two, something is acting upon the universe. Something is acting upon it. Now, if something is acting upon the universe, it's acting upon it to be A rather than B, because. Okay, so this is where I'm not getting. So because of all of these things, it's they're contingent beings that can exist without the universe going into some logical error. Why does that mean that it was acting on it in such a way to be A rather than B? Why is B even a real possibility? Why can't it have been the case that A was the only ever real possibility? Okay, B is
the act.
I get your question.
Could only ever have been to make A.
I understand your question. It can be A. A over B is a real possibility in abstraction. Meaning, if I were to conceive of the thing which has been changed, and or has been generated, and or can be conceived differently, that thing in abstraction, without connection to any necessary being in and of itself, that thing, is contingent. and or has something acted upon it.
Yeah,
something.
but then the choice only exists in abstraction.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that since it has those traits, A over B, yeah, which we know, there's nothing necessary in abstraction of a bottle being this shape. I could squash it. I could squash this bottle. I could squash it. You know. I don't know. I just said that 3 times. I can squash this bottle.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
All right. Okay. So therefore, there's nothing necessary about the shape. However, from another perspective, that it comes from like a, do you know what I mean? So I agree with you. I know what you're saying. You're right. That from one perspective, this bottle is determined. I'm saying that clearly. But that's from the perspective that is connected to the determiner. Simple as that.
Yeah, but even in the sense that it's contingent, I don't think that necessitates that the thing that grounds its existence, the thing upon which existence it relies, has this intentional and intelligent will that you're
okay, no problem. You're having an issue with...
That's my original question.
Yeah.
Is the universe invisible or accidental?
Right. I need to pray.
No, because it can be accidental.
I need to pray Maghrib, yeah?
So
I'll be back maybe, yeah? I'm just going to pray and come back, okay? If you're still here, sorry. Wrap up?
We can wrap it up. But
think about what you said, yeah?
But what we can
and then come to Islam.
But what we can do, no, what we can do if you're up for it, I'll do something on my channel,
Perfect.
We'll basically bring support as well. Invite Felix, invite Scdawah. Maybe when you've not had.
He's a very nice guy.
Yeah. And we'll have these conversations. And we'll do it online if you want. We can do it online. It's not because you don't need to come to the park.
No, honestly, you're invited to come to the mosque. Ramadan, you break fast with you, and not with that, but something else. You know, or you can come on his channel. You're a good guy. I like you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Very
so happy to be Felix. Honestly, because I wasn't going to come to the park today. I decided I wasn't going to come.
I'm very glad you did.
I'm happy.
I'm glad I came. Because we didn't want to instigate this conversation.
It's
and Yal's very happy.
Very good conversation.
You know that? You know, because they make Yal believes in God.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to him, and he says, "Oh, my friends, they have really good arguments against God."
Yeah.
And then Felix and Scdawah come.
Wow.
And we're like, and then I see you yourself, my friend. Say it again.
Right. I'm going to go and pray. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah? Anytime. You're invited to anything you want, yeah? That's right. I'll promise you. Take care. I'm just going to go pray, yeah?